Although Thrawn has been a compelling character in the animated series and books, are you interested in seeing that story continue in the big crossover movie after the lackluster story of Ahsoka and the little presence he had?
Oh my God, lackluster? What do you people want? Do you not understand? Mustache is coming off. Do you not understand that nobody has wielded weapons of a Jedi other than Ahsoka in 30 years, probably longer at this point, getting closer to 40. And on top of that, none of the Empire have been in training. They have all been in hiding and malnourished. And on top of that, the ones that were on, because people were shitting on the choreography in Ahsoka. Those stormtroopers who were there with Thrawn, wherever he was he wasn't on Dathomir, was he?
No, Peridia.
Right, yeah. So like those troopers were either zombies or they were, I don't know what Enoch's deal was, but like we're telling different periods of a Star Wars timeline that exists in one galaxy. It's not like DC where they can reboot it every few years. It's, I mean, what more did you want out of a show? Like, I've honestly loved every live action Star Wars show. I even really like Book of Boba Fett.
Book of Boba Fett gave us that Luke Skywalker episode. I cried the entire time.
Always get back up.
Get back up. Always get back up.
And talking about Yoda and feel the Force around you. And that's the Luke Skywalker that when people talk about legends of who's Luke Skywalker and where was he before The Last Jedi, that's the guy.
Or like he was like, I know who you are. Why did you help me?
Because you asked.
I know who you are. Why'd you help me?
Because you asked.
What else is there?
A choice.
The rebellion?
No. A choice to be better.
That's something like I get a lot of people criticize Mark Hamill a lot for his performance from 4 and 5 was very different from what he did in 6, but it's because that's his transition. That's him becoming a Jedi Knight. That's him just learning his arch nemesis was his father. That's him just learning his father figure lied to him, but he's also not really sure. He has to be stoic and removed in distance because he learns the lesson that compassion leads to jealousy, and that's the shadow of greed. Now knowing that's his father, and now seeing that all of that happened, he probably wouldn't have even found that truth out if he didn't have the balls to be like, I can save Han and Leia, which is what Obi-Wan told him. He was like, if you want to know what they fight for, you got like maybe a 1 to 90 chance of getting out of there, dog. Sorry. So like he spent that year humbled. I always liked when R2 would show Luke memories. I always liked that when we get that. I mean, like that could honestly be its own 8-episode animated show right there. Just like them going on different little things. And he's like, R2, show me a clip of my mom, you know, like, because Luke never saw his mother, and he never had a relationship with his father, you know. And I also think it's very important that Luke see Anakin killing younglings, and because that has to continually remind him that you can be redeemed, because that is Luke's whole thing. Is compassion is boundless. Luke Skywalker's character can be summarized into one word, and that one word is compassion. You have that, and you have Luke, because Luke is all about compassion. I'm sorry, that's his whole thing. Like he through the end.
The stuff with R2 being able to show Luke footage of Padme and even Anakin in the Clone Wars and Ahsoka and everything like that. The thing that I want most out of Star Wars, and why I say that I think animation is the future, I don't need to see another deepfake Luke Skywalker, Mark Hamill. As much as I really enjoyed it and I love that I get it, I don't need to see it anymore. Give me an animated series that's set after Return of the Jedi, where Luke is building his Jedi Order, and it's kind of like what we got in the Battlefront campaign, where he's going to search for Jedi, holocrons, and Sith secrets, because he's just trying to learn and be better than everybody else who came before him. That whole Rey, you are all the Jedi now. Every Jedi has lived through you. Let Luke feel it before it gets to Rey.
Well, to your point of R2 and the memory thing, there was a really good question on here about like who would your little sidekick be? Would it be like a Wookiee? Would it be, that was a good one. I would totally pick a droid. I feel like because they're just loyal as shit. they'll do whatever you fucking say, and then they'll show you history, you know? So I feel like the knowledge is power thing.
Am I gonna have to learn another language if I get an R2?
Like the deleted scene where Anakin is speaking droid to R2.
No, he said.
He said go down.
It's broken. Can you understand what he's saying?
I'm not a protocol droid.
I'm pretty sure that beep is down.
For utility sakes and for usefulness, I would say a droid. And I wouldn't want a Wookiee because they live to be like 200, and I don't want him outliving me.
If I had to pick, I'm going droid. Just because, like, you think of Cal Kestis with BD.
Yes.
You think of, dude, Hu Yang? Hu Yang is
dog.
the man.
Right there, yeah. Over how many? 1,500 years old?
He was there when the Jedi Order started. They turned Hu Yang on.
He looked at your mother and said, "Nice to meet you, ma'am." That's how old Hu Yang is.
Is the most controversial thing about Star Wars its fan base.
Yes. Because of what they did to Jake Lloyd. Why do you think Disney owns Star Wars? Because George Lucas was like, all right, you know what? You guys can have them. It's like that Lisa Simpson line where she's like, careful how you talk to comic book guy about Star Wars. He hates Star Wars, and his favorite thing is Star Wars.
Why do you think that is, though? I feel like there's a lot, like there's comparable, like at a size of audience and fan base as Star Wars to other things. And it's such, like, just going back to what it's all about, it's such like a spiritual, deep understanding kind of, I don't know, way of life. And I feel like fans of that try to mirror it probably in their daily life. So why is it such a disconnect?
Because people use these movies as life replacements a lot of the time, and then they sort of fold in and become experts, and like is one of the reasons why I love Brent. And one of the main focuses with this pod was like I always wanted to focus on the stuff we liked about the thing, because that's way you get that back. You know, like if you're a cesspool and you are completely shitting on things, which I think we critique, we don't shit on. And when we do, it's funny. And I don't think anyone's feelings would get hurt. People are very, very, I mean, look what they did to Jake Lloyd. That's really all it needs to tell you.
Hey there, true believers, it's me, Stan the Man Lee. Gee whiz, wasn't that a spectacular video? If you like that and want more, try clicking one of the videos you see on the screen now. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more. And as always, true believers, Excelsior!